Alright, so this is going to be my final video on inequalities. Um, and I get to absolute value, and if you recall how to solve an absolute value equation, and you have something like this, you just say x equals a, or x equals negative a, and then you solve both. Well, similar. The first inequality I'm going to write is x plus 1 over 2 is less than 4, is greater than 4. And then over here I'm going to say x plus 1 over 2, and you swap the sign, and that becomes a negative. So now we just solve it as is. I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. Multiply both sides by 2, and I'm going to do both simultaneously. And I get x plus 1 is greater than 8. X plus 1 is less than negative 8. Let's subtract 1 from both sides. And I get x is greater than 7. And I get x is less than negative 9. Now, we've been plugging in values just to make sure before we were plugging in values. But here, if we've done everything correctly, oh, wait a second. There is something I forgot. I need to make these inequalities correct. And it was actually, and I'm glad I double checked myself because I would have had the wrong answer. And this is going to be or 7 to infinity. So I just like to double check everything. If I plugged in a negative 11, and that would fit here, I'd get a negative 10 divided by 2, which would give me a negative 5, but it's the absolute value of negative 5, which is positive 5, which is greater than or equal to 4, and so that works. 0 should not work. So plug in a 0, you get 1/2, and 1/2 is not greater than or equal to 4, so that's true. And then I plug in 7. Oh, I shouldn't check it yet, but I'm going to plug in, let's say 9. Plug in the value 9. You get 9 plus 1 is 10, divided by 2 is 5. 5 is greater than 4, so that works. So that's it. Absolute values, super easy. I'll do one more example for you because I'm feeling quite generous. And actually, that's not true. I'm trying to prove a point. And so if I had, let's say, x minus 5 over 3 is less than 6. I hope this is good. I get x minus 5 over 3 is less than 6. And then I get x minus 5 over 3 is greater than negative 6. Multiply both sides by 3. Like I said, I'm going to do both simultaneously. I get x minus 5 is less than 18. And I get x minus 5 is greater than negative 18. Add 5 to both sides. And what I end up with here is x is less than 23. And here I'm going to get x is greater than negative 13. Well, if x is greater than negative 13, and now they're parentheses, but it also has to be less than 23. Take a look at this. What I'm hoping you'll notice is that when we do greater than or equal to with absolute value, we end up having the or statement, which gives us values running away from each other. When we do less than with absolute value, we ended up with the and statement, whereas all the values in between. Does that always work? Well, I hope you're curious enough to investigate and see what happens. That's it. Take care. Bye-bye.